Everyone, this is Datu Tim Hartman from the World Arnis Alliance headquarters in Buffalo, New York at Horizon Martial Arts. And this is our second annual Facebook Live Arnis seminar. So we did it last year, it was a huge success. So this is a pay it forward to the community. So I have a few of my guys coming in, they're actually checking in on their Facebook. They're doing that social media stuff to get things going. So first of all, let me tell you, if it's the first time tuning in, I am the leader of the World Arnis Alliance. I'm a senior student of the late Grandmaster Remy Amador Praces. I've also studied with other people, such as his brother Ernesto Amador Praces, Grandmaster Ted Buat and Balintawak. I do Kuntao Sikran. Pretty much, if it's FMA, I try to do it. Modern Arnis is a Filipino hybrid system. So it's a mixture of other Filipino martial arts. It's probably the most recognized system in the Philippines. Grandmaster Praces was a goodwill ambassador with diplomatic papers for the Philippines, teaching the martial arts throughout the world. He also got it in the school systems, and right now, after Arnis, not Kali Screaming, nothing wrong with those, but there's the Arnis bill, specifically Arnis is the name of the bill. Arnis is the national sport of the Philippines. So this is a movement that Professor's trying to do back when he did. One of his students, Roland Dante, had helped continue this on. Modern Arnis is taught two ways. I actually go by the term Praces Arnis. Modern Arnis, to me, like the way Professor Praces taught it in the United States or North America. Outside the Philippines, he did it as the art within your art. How to enhance your primary system without compromising the integrities of that base system. The way I learned was FMA first and foremost, so I did it as a standalone program. So I still teach it both ways. When I do it as a cross-training program, I call it Modern Arnis. When I do it as a standalone program, it's Praces Arnis, because Professor taught me different than a lot of the others because they were filling in gaps with karate, judo, kempo, jiu-jitsu, whatever the case may be. I did it from the ground up. So one of the big things that Professor did was a thing called Tappy Tappy. He made it very popular. When it first started off, it was called a thing called Solobastan Semi-Sparring. So it's a drill. It's not real sparring, but it can lead to augment your sparring when we get to that. So today's class is going to how to build this from the ground up. I do it a little different than Professor did. Everyone's got to find their own way to build something. So what I'm going to do is bring the guys out. So first, bring the crew out here. And I'm going to introduce you to the guys. I'm going to actually get on the other side of the camera so you can see them, because who wants to look at me? So right off the bat, from your right, move in there, Mr. Ty. This is Ty Botting from Virginia. He's one of our Punang gurus. The next one is Punang Guru Craig Mason from Sudbury, Ontario. That's 4 hours north of Toronto. I didn't think anything was north of Toronto, but he is evidently. It's not quite where the polar bears are, but it's close enough. PG Chad, we'll just leave it as PG Chad right now. Professional issues, stuff like that. So he's out of the Philly, Delaware, Maryland, the tri-state area down there. Will Hartke came all the way up from Knoxville, Tennessee. He's a Buffalo native, transplanted, very good friend of mine, good friend of all of our guys here. And then on the left is Ryan. Ryan is one of my black belts. He, last year, graduated from junior black belt to adult black belt, helps teaching here at the school a lot, does a great job. So these 4 gentlemen, 5 gentlemen, well, 4.5 men, I guess, no. But anyways, these 4.5 gentlemen are going to help out today. So let me start off with the beginning. It's called, in my opinion, single Sinawali, in my opinion, it's called single Sinawali, so it's supposed to be done with one stick. But we're first going to start it by doing the double stick drill. Single Sinawali was the high 5, low 5, or depending on the counting system, in the original system, this was an angle 1. This was an angle 8. This was the angle 1 left-handed. This was the angle 8. Or I say inward block, downward block, inward block, downward block. So these guys are going to demonstrate that. All right, you guys give that a shot. Because I... Triangle. Now, if anyone has any questions, feel free to throw it out there. So what you'll notice with these three gentlemen to our left, they're doing a three-person Sinawali. Easy way to get things going there. And then my camera's being stubborn with me. So, there we go. And there on my right, just the high five, low five. Okay, now, stop, gentlemen. Okay, so the, let me, just right now. Now, we're going to do, so we're going to do the drill. We start off, we'll do tag. So, we go into the butting, we break out, and we do a whole bunch of inserts in there. That comes from this single Sinawali. It's called solo baston sparring, single Sinawali, not because it's number one, because the second Sinawali was called double Sinawali, so people say, whoa, that might be two. But the third Sinawali, was it triple? No, it was called reverse. In my opinion, Remy Braces started off with two Sinawalis. The first one and the second. The first one, the single Sinawali, was supposed to be a single stick Sinawali. So if I take a stick here, Ryan uses one stick to my two. This is how I coach him. I swing high five, low five with my right, high five, low five with the left. If he has this stick, so I would do it right-handed, I can do it left-handed, do it right-handed, left-handed. I'm trying to train my right or whatever, which hand, left, to do all four strikes. So he feeds a normal single. I match it with one stick to his two. So this is single Sinawali, single stick version. Thank you. All right, everyone just practice that real quick. Hey, a lot of my friends are here. I'm glad you guys chimed in today. Okay, good. Okay, now, here's what we're going to do. All right, so you don't count it when we do this, but when I build it, I use a 6 count for structure. Then later we innovate. You cannot innovate without having structure. That's called chaos. So we're going to start the structure. What's going to happen, you start at long, largo mountain range. You go into medium, short range, you go back out. Like a fight, I'm out here like this, I smash, I back out so I can regroup. So what we're going to do, first of all, you put your weapon side forward. We check range first. You can hit the hand, that's long range. Hit the body, that's medium. Punyo or punch, that's short. That's our weapon. No matter what the weapon you're using, that's how you do it. Now, some weapons, you have short range and longer range. So what we're going to do is go here like this and just count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Break out. Go to extra long. So go back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back out. Obviously, to try to stay in camera and don't hit anyone else, we're going to have to shorten this up a little. But the whole idea is we start on far. I come in, pop, 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 and back out. All right. Let's partner up. So count to 6, and then go in. I'm glad you love Arnis, James. That's cool. Of course, I can't see any other comments because I keep going back. Happy holidays. Hey, thanks, Ron. I appreciate that. Going back here. Bunch of people watching. Dominic, I hope you're still there. You're my brother from another mother. All right. A lot of people there. A lot of people there. Uh-huh. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start, we're going to go from long range to short range back to long range. So, PG Mason. So we're going to do a thing called butting. So it's going to happen, our stick is in this position right here. So he punches me in the face. I block. He retracts. I'm not pushing him back. It's like if he puts his hand up for a target, if I back, no boy. If I back fist it, I don't leave it out here. I don't make him push it back into me. I'm here, I hit the target, boom, okay? We'll say they with stick. He puts the stick up, I hit the target, come back. I don't try to push through this. So when we're doing the butting, a lot of times people try to push through. It's not. He hits me, I stop. And then he retracts to hit me again. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you get that pattern down, what I want you to do is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back in. Get short range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back out. It's important to back out. At the seminars, well, first of all, Professor spoke English as his third or fourth language. So we all, as his students, missed what he was saying at times. Plus, you'd have 100 people at a seminar, so there's not a lot of places that would accommodate 100 people swinging sticks and have plenty of room. So with a tight room, you might just stay here like this, move back a little, do the single Sinawali, then come back in and doing this again. That's not right. I mean, I wouldn't start a fight close enough to hit him with a weapon like this. I'd start far away so he can't hit me. So make sure you have that distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We both shuffle in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter who punyoos first. What matters is that I know that someone's punyoing first. If we both punyo each other, it's like rock'em sock'em robots and we knock each other out. All right, let's give that a shot. Hey, Eric. Hey, James, nice to. Primo, excellent. Primo's checking in from Tennessee. Hey, by the way, Primo, Will is down at Knoxville. I don't know how far that is away from you, but you should hook up with him if you ever get a chance. I hope your Arnis club is going well. Tell him I said hello. Hey, thanks, Dexter. Okay, now. So, some of it I'm going to go fast, some of it I'm going to go slow. We're going to work on block, check, counter. This is one of the fundamental moves that Professor taught. Now, all the moves are adapted based on what you're doing. How we execute it in street defense is going to be different than when we're sparring another trained martial artist. Like, you do your self-defense moves, and then you spar. Self-defense is not sparring. Can you use the elements of sparring in self-defense? Sure you can. Learning timing, distance, stuff like that. It's important. I think that if you're going to do martial arts, and self-defense is part of your concerns, you need to somehow pressure test this. So sparring is one way of doing that. I mean, when you do jiu-jitsu, you roll. When you're doing judo, you go do things. When you're fencing, you fence. You gotta, if you want to do this to find out if it works or how to augment it so it will work, you gotta do something. It's not saying that sparring is the only answer. What I'm saying is, it gives you that feedback. And like I said, when you're sparring, you know how close you need to be to hit the person. You know how far away you need to be safe. So now we're gonna do the block, check, counter. So if Mr. Mason's up here. He swings at me here. It's block, grab, hit. Or it's block, grab, hit. Okay? We'll switch sides here. So what happens, he does the low backhand. I'm going to block. Now normally I would check this in here. But what's going to happen is he's going to retract his weapon from the drill. Because we go with the Sinawali. Pop, he hits, goes back, it goes back. You rechamber whether you follow through on the top, and you hit re-chamber, you bounce back on the bottom. So on the top, it's a hit through, and the bottom, it's a hit at where it hits and goes back to point of origin. Hit through on the top, back to point of origin there, okay? So I'm gonna go path of least resistance. When he does the low backhand, because we counted to 6, now as I said, we're gonna use that 6 pattern for training. I don't want you married to it, but I want to use it. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where we at? That's that low backhand. Now we keep the Sinawali moving, but when he re-chambers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow him in and check. Why should I fight this? He's put it back where I need it to be, so I'm going to pin it there. So he goes, block comes in here, I shuffle in, there's the check, and now I'm the one that gets to do the first punyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back out. There's more we're going to do in there. I just want to show you how to get in on one of those 4 angles of attack. So it gives you, this is your template for learning. So 5 and then 6, that's the count. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So off the low backhand, he swings the low backhand at me at block. As he re-chambers, I shuffle in and check this, and then I punyo. We do our 6 punyos. Now, instead of doing all the Sinawalis for a while, if you just want to do this, leg shot, block and re-chamber. Then I come in, do it again, block, re-chamber. And when you feel comfortable, then put it in the 6 Sinawali. Eventually what happens is I just do this whenever I want. You know, I'm talking to you, hey, well, how's it doing? What's the wife doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I come in and pop. Because I don't want this to be predictable. But there's a difference between learning it and training it. Right now we're in that learning mode. So to learn it, that's why I do that 6. So we isolate the angle attack, and these are the fundamentals we learned in modern arts from the beginning. Nothing here is new. This is our 2-count trapping open hands. This is single Sinawali. This is block check counter. So low backhand, block, he re-chambers, I shuffle, I check, and I count it. There's punyo 1, and now we do 5 more. And back out. Make sure you take turns back and forth with this. Thank you, sir. All right, let's go. Hey, Nick, how you doing, brother? Yeah, you know me, I'd love to see you guys again. We had a blast. Especially loved the cider at the pub we went to afterwards. Hey, Mike Cribbs, how you doing? I'm gonna wave. Oh, Abel, it's about time you got on. We were talking about you earlier. Ty said bad things about you. I don't believe it. Hey, Mr. Sippin, long time no see. All right. So the big thing here is to build that reaction, that motor memory. When we do stuff, we want to get that in there. Okay, so you Mr. Craig and Mr. Ryan going back and forth. And then Mr. Will hopping in there. And then our other 2 PGs. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so we're going to put the last piece in here. This gives you the basic chassis, and then I'm going to show you some other entries and some other options in here. So, PG Craig, all right, Chad. So we've gone from here, long range. I followed in, went to short range. Now what we have to do is break back out to long range. We're done doing what we got to do. So when I do the move, I'm doing the bunny here. I'm going to do the first exit where I pass this down and chamber here. He's already been hit. He's not going to stop that. The drill is to build reaction time. So what I want to do is see how quick he can get there. Eventually what happens, he may feel this, and as I'm doing it, he pulls off. But really, I've had this done. When someone really tries to hit you, they're going to hit you. But it's a drill. This is not fighting. It's a semi-sparring drill. The very first video the professor put out, I think it was 1988. No, I think it was 1983. Somewhere along those lines, 83 or 85. It was called Solo Baston Semi-Sparring. There was a thing called tappy-tappy, which came from Balintawak. And then eventually, Professor put the two under the same category because you didn't do the tappy-tappy without doing the semi-sparring. So the Solo Baston evolved in its name. It became, two categories got put together and rebranded to tappy-tappy. So since I was there during that evolution, we had a lot of culture clash of, that's not tappy-tappy, because they were doing the butting, and we're doing the hit back and come here, and we're saying no, that's not tappy-tappy. They're saying no, that's not tappy-tappy. Then one day we watched Professor. That's when, because his English language wasn't all that hot. That's when we figured out, okay, it's all under one big category now. So we go from the butting. I do my 6, wherever one of us does a 6. I slap this down. I go here. Now he's going to release a couple different ways. One's a lift, the other's a slap. So he just slaps it down. That's like you're doing a down block. Okay? Same thing. So all these elements are things that we've done. By the time this comes into our curriculum, it is blue belt. Now, original system used to be white, yellow, first degree blue, second degree blue. It got confusing, so I changed the first level blue to an orange just for visual acuity. And the other thing is we go to tournaments and say, what's this blue belt doing in beginner's division? When really it was just the third belt, So in the system, this is it's the blue for us, or second degree blue for those who remember the old way underneath Professor. So I go here, I'm doing this, I go in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I pull him out here, so it pulls off. And we're back to that long range. Once again, I'll be making it more dynamic, but I'm trying to stay in frame. Okay, so we go here, he does this to me, I go in here. This is the basic escape I do. He pulls this stuff, whatever he does the 6, boom. All right, so the leg shots happened already. So I'm gonna do 2 things. I'm gonna slap this down, like I said, down block. I'm gonna double step back. 1, 2, and block that shot. Bang, because he's chambered hit me in the leg. And now we start over. Now you can do it where it makes it like sparring, where we're going here like this. I go bang, bang, bang. He slaps off, pop, and I back off and move around. And then we go into this. Or if you don't have the room, you can do rapid fire, where we're here like this. I go into my butting, we break out, and go right back into the drill nonstop. I like doing it both ways. One, to build the speed attribute. The other, that whole, hey, I'm starting over. I don't want this to be completely divorced from sparring. It's not sparring. That's why Professor called it semi-sparring. But it has those elements that can augment that. So I want to keep that at times. When I have the room, I do it. When it's tight packed like sardines, well, then we stay in closer. All right. So let's add the breakout in, gentlemen. Mr. Foskey, how you doing, brother? How's life treating you down in Florida? Any gators get you? Oh, I've been doing really good, Michael. Klaus, how you doing, brother? Hope things are going well in Denmark. I'm going to be over in March. Thank you, Russell. You're welcome, Keith. And Regina Arnis, hey, thanks for the compliment. I wish we had had more time up in Winnipeg to hang out, providing you were the guys from that club. Hey, Craig, PG Craig, Nick Foote from England says hello.
All right on.
Say hello to him.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so let's talk about this. So first of all, for those who just are joining us now, this is our annual Facebook Live seminar. We did the first ever Arnis seminar last year. Facebook, it may have been the first martial arts seminar. Not saying that someone didn't put a clip up from a seminar. I'm saying we're doing a free seminar just for Facebook. So this is the second time we've done this. So this will be posted up. Please share it with everybody. I want the word out there. You know, this is paying it forward for those who helped me. I'm passing on the love now. That's the chassis. It's done. There's no more. Well, there's always more, but you don't need more to practice at. So let's take Mr. Ryan. So we start off with single Sinawali. Thank you, sir. We start off with single Sinawali. He's doing the single stick version. That's why, in my opinion, that's why we call that a single stick Sinawali. After we get that down, we get into the pattern. I usually count to 6. All right, and that will put me down there. But at any time I start here, anytime I can go in here. I'm using block, check, counter, to amp thing. My block is here. As you reach chambers, I'm checking it here. So this is going with the force. And then I do the putting. And then eventually one of us, me, I pull it out, he slaps this down, there's a down block. He backs off, hit, and we're back in the Sinawali. Now, we're gonna do the double step with this. I'm gonna show you why. So if he hits me in the knee, come up front, hit me in the knee. I'm glad he showed control. That would reflect poorly on his next test if he hurt the Datu. So let's say, aim it at my rear knee. Go as deep you need to go there. Now, don't move. Freeze and keep it there. If I just shuffle back, I may not move enough. This is why, that knee, if he went that deep, this may get hit when I move back. So what I do is a double step because I'm breaking out. I go 1, which already, now look at this here. By moving my front leg, it moves my rear knee here. So that's where he is. Freeze, don't move. I'm going to take 1 step back. It moved both legs out of the way. Now, I'm not going to risk that that's enough. So I take my 2nd step. And now I've got weapon side forward, so I have optimum range, and I am safer. Things don't work right. You're going to get hit. This is to maximize your escape. It doesn't guarantee anything. You know, martial arts is your best, self-defense is your best guess. And hopefully we've trained enough to have a very good educated guess. So when I'm here like this, and so we're hitting the butting, and he pulls my weapon out again. If he goes deep, I go 1, which now obviously I have to break this off. I go 1, 2. Now we're using 28-inch sticks. What if he's using a 31 or a 32? He might be able to clip me from across the room. That's why I have to get that 2nd knee out of there by moving my front knee. Hit the leg, the rear one. I move 1, and I move 2. And now I'm disengaged, and I can re-engage when I'm ready. Like in sparring, it's just not going here, hit me in the arm. It's not rock and sock and robots. Okay, sooner or later, I mean, we've seen that in sport because they're wearing armor. It's not going to happen without it. Maybe 2 or 3 shots. But on the street, it's going to be a baseball bat or something. So that's why I want to have that idea to move and respect the team. All right, so let's put, so make sure we're doing that step out. So we'll emphasize the step out before we put any more elements in. So 1, 2. All right, let's go. AJ, how you been doing, brother? Man, you got your comments come in fast and furious. Hard to do it, man. I really love all the feedback. Okay, I can pay attention. Can you start all over? Okay, Kara. You know you can look at this later when I post it up on Facebook. When I make sure it stays up on Facebook. Looks like a lot of who, but not really. But that's okay. Datu. Okay, yeah, no. Thank you. I'm going to wave at you, a couple people here. Maul Morney's watching. Brother, how you doing? How'd your thing go in D.C.? I'm still trying to get our schedule so we can do that seminar together that we talked about. All right. Okay, so we're done. It's it. So now let's start adding to them. You've got everything you need to do this drill. So now let's change up the entries. So let's use PG Craig. So I do block check counter off 2 lines of entry in this drill. I do it off the low backhand. I do it off the high backhand. The low backhand, I follow him in, so I'm not fighting him. The top backhand, I gotta fight. So here like this, what I'm doing is I'm moving in. And I can do a couple different ways. When I do my block check counter, if he just gives me a backhand strike, 1, 2, 3, that's the move. That's how we practice it with an unbraced block, a one-handed block. When we're doing the system, we do an unbraced block, we do a brace block, and we do a dos manos block based on the weight of the weapon. If he's hitting me with a baseball bat, this might not be the best way to block the stick. Now, if you can do it, more power to you, but I'm always worried about my students, not me. So when a big swing comes, I would go block, grab, hit. But it's the same technique. We're just adapting to the thing. So in sparring, there's not a lot of overcommitted shots. It's a hit at. So the 3 ways to hit the target, holds it up here like this. Hit at, hit in, hit through. When you do a lot of hit through in sparring, if you don't connect, it sets you up for counters. We don't want that. So this is the energy of a hit at. So when he's swinging through, he's switching sides. So I'm going to go here and beat it. Now, when I hit, I can hit and bring it to either shoulder. I can put you on this side, or I can go here, which then he parries. So the easiest one to go in what we're doing, I block, I check, bring it to my left shoulder because I'm doing it right-handed, and I put you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got that part. If you do the follow-through block, now what happens, if I shoot this straight down the middle, he's not going to block it, he's going to parry it, which sets up the button, which is why I block. Because based on what is coming at me here, this is, we would stop with all this real estate. When it comes like straight at you, like a straight punch, you don't block a straight punch, you parry a straight punch. Well, it's the same thing here. He parries it, then he puños, and because he's giving that backhand stroke with the forearm and the butting, that's why we block it the way we do. So, we do the low backhand, he does the high backhand, I block and I shuffle in. I take it to my right shoulder to do this, or I take it to my left shoulder to do this, and the rest is the same. All right, give that a shot, guys. Hey, Jason, how you doing? You feeling any better? Dexter, yes. The May 3rd camp, there will be ranking for all belts. So we'll be doing a testing for colored and black belts. Hey, Mike. Yeah, I miss Sweden. I'm hoping to go back. I had a really good time over there. Are you? I forgot, Mike. Are you in Lund, Norrköping, or Linköping? Or is it Malmo? I've been hit in the head too many times. Thanks, Jimmy. I don't know if I'm looking great. I'm looking round. A little too much backup mass around my belly here. And I'm waving to all my other brothers and sisters online. Ricky Lazo, how you doing, sir? I'm hoping you're able to come up to our May camp. Good. Got stitches out yesterday. We'll catch. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad it's doing well. Is your head foggy? Oh, Richard. Hey, thanks, Richard. I appreciate that. Now, the big thing in the butting, when we're doing the puño butting, the thing is they're in the pocket. They're at that short range, so there's not going to be a lot of footwork involved. More body shifting. Of course, right now we're not working so much about that as opposed to the basic framework. All right, so while we're talking, don't worry about the knife. I don't even know why it's stuck to my belt. It just looks cool. So if we're here like this, we're going just the butting. There should be a little shifting. So when he comes at me, I'd be moving back. Now, a lot of times when we're doing this rapid fire drill, I'm working the attribute of getting my hand speed going. You might recognize this if you've ever done karate. It's like your belt there sticking. So this is one of our traps. So we can puño like this. There's our butting. There's the 2-count trapping. This is an old school karate speed drill that ends up like this. Oh no, that's Master Ken, my bad. My bad, sorry, Master Ken. I'm not talking Ken Smith, I'm talking to Meridote. So, when we're doing this, what we should really do is he puños me, I shift back to get away from it, I pop. There should be a lot more body mechanics. But sometimes when you're working skills, some is just going to be your speed attribute. Now there's other puños that we're going to put into this. But when we're doing this, try to have it. So let's slow it down, guys, and try to put the body shifting in, because we worked speed, now we're going to work form. Usually it's form first, then speed. You can't do it fast if you can't do it slow. Wayne, Eric, how you guys doing? Glad you can join us. And Rebecca. Let me see. What AJ? How you doing? Haven't seen Ryan in ages. He's down in there. Oh, actually, he's in Iceland right now. But he's still training a lot to finally get. Oh, great. You know, AJ, you should. Our big world camp is going to be in Buffalo, May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You know, shameless plug on that. Oh, look, the world camp. Who's that handsome guy? No, not me. That's Grandmaster Bobby Tablata. He's our special guest at the event, so maybe I'll see some of you guys there. You can go out for wings. Remember, they're not buffalo wings. They're wings. Thanks, Rebecca. Oh, do I want to tag Bobby Tablata? Yeah, let's tag Bobby. Grandmaster Bobby's tagged. Walter, how you doing, sir? Hey, your son, or is that your nephew, look good up in Toronto. Yeah, Rebecca, you should come to one of our events. Yeah, see what these guys are doing over there. What do you think? They're doing okay? Yeah, I guess they're all right. All right. Okay, so these are guys who are getting a really good workout on their arm there. So probably have a huge one arm on the right and then nothing on the left. So let's work another escape. So what's going to happen? PG Ty and I are going to go through this now. We did the parry down. Now I'm going to parry up. So I'm going to initiate this over right here. So I'm doing the butting. I'm going to parry up. So, you know, Karate Kid, paint the fence, up and down, same kind of thing. So I'm going here like this. I can push it down, which got me in that position. Or if my hand's in the right position, I come up and deflect this. Okay, I'm not pulling it into my face. I'm redirecting it up. Now from there, I grab it, I hit him in the leg. Once again, I'm trying to train his reaction time, so he slaps up or down. All right, so when we go here like this, I go here, he can slap this up because he's working against the weak spot of my grip. You know, so now, PG Ty is a power lifter, so he can pretty much just go like this and make me fly across the room. Fortunately, he doesn't do that. So slapping up would be the better way to go here. You could slap down, but there's more work involved with that. So he slaps up, he blocks the shot, and goes back into that long range. Okay, so once again from the butting, my hand's there. So I would come underneath this, parry this over, and it goes right inside my grip. So I hit my, and I'm hitting the leg for safety. Really, you know, if I'm going here like this, I go whack and just get this over with. But we're not doing tactics. We're developing skills right now. So comes up, over, slaps the hand up, and go back there. So now we've got two entries: block check counter low, block check counter high, two escapes: parry down, parry up. All right, let's go. Well, Rebecca, if you're in the Metro Buffalo area, I can help you out with that. If depending on where you end up in New York, you know, I know people around. I know people. You hear that? Yeah. I even know nice people. Hey, Pat. Well, you should talk to your brother Jason. Or come on down and visit Buffalo sometime. Thanks, Ricky. Hey, you gonna come to Buffalo in May? Question mark. Actually, I'm not. It sounds like I'm doing voice to text. I mean, are you planning on coming to Buffalo? If so, I can. We'll talk about some stuff. Maul, you're my brother. Hey, for those who don't know, Maul Morney's shouting out here. I got to tell you, you know, I've trained with a lot of good people around the world. I've been very spoiled with my martial with my martial arts background. But I just want to say, if you ever want to train, when I train Sealot, it's with Mal Morning. I'm still just a beginner, but he's the real deal. Thank you, Sonny. Thanks, Richard. All right, so let's talk about another way to get in. And then, let's see how much time we have. Oh, I got 15 minutes. All right, you know what? I'm going to teach something different. We're going to do our first disarm. One disarm's enough. Well, it's never enough, but it's good to start. So, Mr. Ryan, come on over here. So, it really was sand the floor, but I like seeing Karate Kid wax on, wax off. For those who know the first Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio. Love the Jaden Smith one, but I just haven't figured out how to take it off my shirt ends up equates to a disarm. But, you know, swing comes here, I do my block. And from here I go down and I do that circle, wax on, wax off. Which I think was actually sand the floor, but whatever, just on that. So this is the motion I'm doing. This is our single Sinawali. My Kempo brothers and sisters out there, there is that clearing out, okay? So when the swing comes in here, I do my block, I pass this down, and go into here. Now why am I doing this unarmed? Because I'm not gonna have to stick the block while we're in this. So a little closer here, stay in frame. So he swings up here, I do the block, the butting. I'm gonna go down and do a tight circle. Now here's the problem. People don't know how to hold a stick. People are laborers less these days and more tech jockeys. So when they come in, they don't have that natural grip to hold it right. So this loose wrist stuff, it looks like they're fly fishing, you know? That's not how you hold a stick like you're hammering something. You don't go here like this. That's ridiculous for those who remember Harry Potter, but I know for some of you might not know that. So swing comes in, I block. Actually, we're doing the butting. I pass this down. I bring this tight to my chest here. I get the stick in the crook of my elbow and I continue the circle. All right, so we'll switch sides. So Ryan's gonna do this to me. Anytime he wants. Now he's gonna follow up with the pointer back and I'm gonna do it back here. So now I have a stick and he doesn't. It's actually so both sides get to practice. Anytime I'm feeding him to do something, let's say like grouping one, I come here like this and I do the grouping one, I go pop, I'm doing this. I'm not training me, I'm training him to respond. That's what we're doing here. Okay? So, this drill is nice. It's a little more interactive where both sides get to do something. So I'm doing the butting into here. And, you know, for the record, that, for the sticks we use, this is not the right puño. But Ryan's got a longer stick than he normally uses, so he has to adapt. The puño should only be 1 or 2 fingers worth. Why do I say that? Because Grandmaster Price just beat it into my head and embarrassed me in front of 100 people. You know whose fault that was? This guy for doing it the wrong way. And he showed me 5 or 6 times in a row, and you would think I would learn. Well, obviously I wasn't hitting the head hard enough to jumpstart my brain. So we're in the butting. Boom, 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 boom. He goes down and disarms me. He comes back, I do the same thing. So we'll go directly to that. I'm here from that butting position. So what you can just do is do the one puño, block. I'm gonna drop my stick down to get out of the way and do the snake disarm. I'm gonna do it so I can hold it. So I feed the puño at him overhead because they're both butting. When we're doing the butting, without the disarm, I can do the basic, I can do the overhead. I can do the side where he blocks it, he puños me back. So there's 3 butts you can do. Basic, the dog paddle, the overhead, and then the horizontal. When I do this, he blocks, I pull it back. Well, if he blocks, I pull it back. And now I just do the overhead. So those are your 3 puños. There's more things we do with the puño. But while we're there, I'm going to drop this out of the way to do my disarm. And I feed this at him, and he can do it right back and get a stick back. And there we go. All right, one last time. So I go here, I pass this down. There's the disarm. So he gets reps. I feed this in, he does the same thing. Because this is a drill. It's not fighting. It's training attributes for that. All right, thank you. Let's go. right, hey Rocky, how you doing, brother? Hey everybody, Rocky Passwick's on. Look at that. Mr. Perlman, it's been a while. Paul, Andre. Is that Super Dan Anderson who's watching us right now, or is that the other Dan Anderson? Christina, how you doing, sister? Looking forward to coming up. Hey, for those who are in the New England area, last weekend of March, Christina and Terry Dow will be hosting the Martial Arts Symposium, and I'll be one of the teachers there. I mean, that's really why you want to go. Not that, you know, I mean, you have like Superfoot Wallace there, Bruce Chutnick, all those. Yeah, you can see those guys anytime you want. We really know who you want to see. Yeah, I'm joking. Those guys are the legends. I am just an up-and-comer. Kara. Yeah, Kara, you could definitely come and visit us when you're in Buffalo. Of course that Kempo move looks familiar. Tony. Jobu. Hey, brother, how you doing? Are you ready to go to Barcelona in 2020 to help represent USA against the rest of the world? Aaron Thompson, hello. I wish I could say hello to more people, but I'm using my phone to do this, and I'm scrolling back, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. And I should probably use readers. Liz, if you're still watching, how you doing, girl? How are things in the UK? And hopefully I'll see you in Barbados next October with your significant other there. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can bring them. Oh, that'd be great, Ricky. I just saw your notification there. Quando. What is that about? Well, you can message me directly. The Barbados thing is the Caribbean Martial Arts Festival. So for the U.S. citizens, it is our Columbus Day weekend. For the Canadian citizens, it is your Thanksgiving weekend. So we're going to be in Bridgetown, Barbados. It's like the 4th or 5th event we've done down there. You can fly directly out of Toronto. It works. There's a direct flight right there. It's pretty cool. And the beach is stellar, which basically it's an island, so you've got nothing but beach. But we go to a whole bunch of things. We do martial arts. There's a pro speed tournament going on there. Kara, yeah, there we go. All right. Norman, thanks for watching. Good. Everything is going well here. Guys are doing well. I'm glad all these people are signing in and saying hello. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Some of you I haven't met at all. It's nice to make friends around the world using the social media. Okay. All right, so we're going to start wrapping a few things up here. We got 5 minutes left, so let me just do a little talking. So, first of all, I hope everyone enjoyed this. This is going to be posted on my Facebook page, so please feel free to share this. This is paying it forward. Like I said, this is for the people who've helped me up coming up, so I want to pass on the love. So, Tappy Tappy is a trademark drill of modern Arnis. There's a lot more to it. But this is the basic framework to do it. This is what was done in the 80s. And then this was actually, like I said, it was called Solovistan semi-sparring. And then Tappy Tappy was more like what Ron and I did with the Blindswat grouping, which goes back and forth. So, once again, PG Craig's up here. I would do the single Sinawali. I would go into the butting, and then all of a sudden I feed an angle. He block, he counters, he block, he counter, I go wherever, and then we go back into the butting or back into the base structure. So that was solo baston into tappy tappy, which is the Seguidis from Balintawak without the footwork. I attack, he counters. I attack, he counters. Avi Siderio was level 1 of Balintawak, which is going in numerical order 1, 2, and Balintawak this is 3, 4, 5, okay? So modern knee angles are just slightly different. And then that would be Avi Siderio, and there'd be footwork with it, but we're staying in frame. And then Seguidis was the same thing with a random feed. And we go back into the long range. So one day, Professor decided to combine it all into one. All right, you guys line up right here real quick. So I hope that was instructional. Let me talk about these guys here. So right off the bat, starting on the right, if you want to work in the tri-state area with someone down, say, Philadelphia, Maryland, Delaware, PG Chad is all the way down on the on my right, so PG Chad, wave to the crew, you know. Feel free to reach out. And if anyone needs to reach out to someone, you don't have the means, contact me. I'll send you the contact information. If you're down in the Virginia area, we've got PG Ty, you know, with the big fur on his face. He didn't have that last time I saw him. Sudbury, Ontario, 4 hours north of Toronto. Who's going to go there? I don't know. But if you do, PG Craig in the middle, that's the guy to talk to. He also represents us well. He fights in Dog Brothers events and puts a whooping on a bunch of them. Not to say he smacks them all around. I'm saying he does very good and represents us well. I don't want to write a check his body can't cash. If you're ever down in the Knoxville, Tennessee, Will Hartke here is down there. He's starting a training group. Just moved out of Buffalo a little while ago. And if you ever want to train with Mr. Ryan on the left, Mr. Ryan Wave, he is my assistant and does a lot of my youth instruction here in Buffalo. So, Buffalo, New York, Horizon Martial Arts. Actually, it's West Seneca. It's a suburb, right off the 90. Feel free to come on by. Our next big event that we're doing here is our World Camp. Grandmaster Bobby Taguado will be here May 3rd through 5th. We've got great hotel rates in the area. If you really want to have wings, they're not buffalo wings, they're wings, get it straight, you know. This is where you come, this is where they're founded. And I put the challenge out, the pizza challenge, find better pizza than Buffalo. That's all I'm going to say. Come on out, we'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, like I said, feel free to share this. I hope everyone had a good time. I want to thank all these guys for helping me out. So next year we'll be doing the same thing, December 14th, 2019, and I'm going to have a special guest. Somebody from Europe will be part of this. Someone from a Scandinavian country. It might be Finland. That could be where it is. It could be. I don't know. Well, maybe it is. You guys can figure it out. And if you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. You should have liked this. All right. We'll talk to everyone later. So Anda is attention. Pugai is showing respect. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you out through there. Oh, and by the way, Season 3 of the Modern Arnis Minute will be coming in the new year.